Coming from the Broadway stage and adapted for the Northwest.
I like drinking cheap beer
and teasing my hair way out to here.
Yes, here is the show that celebrates loving and living just off southbound 405.
Stuck here on the S-curves, backed up far as I can see. Getting worried 'cause I gotta pee. We work at mowing, we work at mowing, we work at mowing.
It's South King County's Magic City.
Got a bowling alley, we got a Kmart, we got a card room or two.
We got Camaros, we got strip malls, and taverns up the kazoo.
So come see the show about a town that thinks it's on the east side, but it really isn't. Come see RENTon.
So much. Thank you. Well, gosh. Thank you. Gosh. Very enthusiastic audience tonight. It's been a very interesting week. You probably saw the Microsoft the trial started in Washington. The government lawyers said that Microsoft was an abusive monopoly that has demonstrated utter disregard for the law and has grown rich at the expense of consumers and competitors. Microsoft lawyers said, that depends on what you mean by an abusive monopoly that has demonstrated utter disregard for the law and has grown rich. Well, look, just for me, I just want this trial to come to a swift end so that the computer industry can focus on what's important. Downloading nude pictures of Dr. Laura. Okay? Like the rest of them. As a lot of people here apparently have been doing. You might have seen yesterday, I'm proud to say a Seattle company posted nude photographs of radio advice columnist Dr. Laura Schlesinger. They were only up for a few hours before she filed a restraining order, but Dr. Laura herself has made no comment. However, she has changed the title of her best-selling book, The 10 Stupid Things That Women Do to Mess Up Their Lives, to 11 Stupid Things. Well, I guess, though, with computers, we are going to have to use a lot more email now here in Seattle, because in Seattle, we can't use mailboxes anymore. Did you guys hear this? Yeah. Post office says you can't put mail in the blue mailboxes on the corner anymore because thieves have stolen the master key for the Seattle area. They're apparently after cash, credit cards, and Victoria's Secret catalogs. Is what they're looking. You want to mail something, you have to take it to the post office, and they say it's going to take years to fix this problem. Years. Change the locks, okay? What else does the postal system do, all right? Isn't the mail supposed to be their main focus? I mean, are they too distracted trying to figure out the next stamp? Let's see. A flower or a flag? Well, what about the post office? No, wait. A lizard or Martin Van Buren? I don't know. It seems to me like having access to mailboxes is not really asking a lot. I don't know. If it's so hard to change the locks, they should have been more careful with the master key, all right? Turns out it was hanging next to the restroom keys. It was like men, women, all the mailboxes in Seattle. Mail, it's their job. Mail, it's years. Anyway, I want to talk to the thief out there, okay? If you're watching, just return the key and give us a break. Just put it in an envelope and drop it in any... never... Oh, well. It's going to take years to fix this. Anyway, Halloween is just a week away, and many of you have not selected a costume yet, so as a public service, we'd like to offer some helpful hints as we go into the Halloween party week. First, a costume that is certain to become one of the most popular of the season in stylish prison orange. It's Mary Kay Letourneau. With a new baby. See, a new baby and a date. And a date. Our next costume is an homage to a Seattle landmark, yet completely up to date. It's the Space Needle with painting and maintenance shrouds. Gives a flowing, graceful, stylish look. And now a costume that's sure to be a big hit at any party. Stand by for a Washington State ferry. The ferry. Where's the ferry? Sounds like it had a little trouble docking there. Well, the basketball season... trouble docking. The basketball season may be canceled, but that doesn't mean you can't feel all the excitement of the NBA with the Jim McIlvaine in the fourth quarter costume. Comes complete with warm-ups, a ball, and just like the real $30 million center, his ass is glued to the bench. What's the most distinctive part of Seattle's favorite whale? Yes, it's Keiko's flaccid fin. It's flopped over for years of swimming around in its dingy Oregon aquarium and starring in bad movies. And now that he's finally home in Iceland, we hope that it becomes erect once again. Well, those are some great costumes that we just wanted to share you out. We hope that'll help you out. Now stay with us because we've got a great show and we're coming right back.
Yeah, that sounds great, Bernie. That sounds great. Oh, we're going to need some help getting those yard signs up, too. The election is just a few days away. Okay, guy. Bye. Okay, so he's got that going.
Great.
Hey, look who's here, everybody. There he is, the next congressman from the 43rd District, Mr. Vernon Pinsker. Thanks for coming by, Vernon. Have you seen the new signs?
Yes, I have. That's why I'm here. I have to say I'm a little confused about the message. Now, I really wish you guys would run these things by me, okay?
Vernon, they'll listen. We've been through dozens of campaigns. We know exactly what we're doing. It's at this point in the campaign that we need to stress family values.
Yep. Family values.
That's right.
Family values. This says family values to you. Yep. Vernon Pinsker, he loves children, but not in that way. Now, doesn't that sound a little creepy to you?
Not at all. See, the public wants to feel comfortable that they can bring their children to one of your rallies and they can introduce their kids to you and not worry that you're going to do something weird when nobody's looking.
Why would I do something weird? Why even just introduce that idea into it? I'm not some kind of pervert.
Of course you're not a pervert. We know that, but the public needs to know that. See, and that's why we have come up with this sign, Vernon. Check it out.
Vernon Pinsker, not too gay, not too straight. He's just right.
I love that font.
Isn't that a beautiful font?
Yeah.
And see, the beauty of it, that takes care of that issue now. We are way ahead of your opponent on this. He hasn't even issued a statement on his sexual orientation, or for that matter, on what he tastes like.
Yeah, hey, okay, now just a minute. On that, I don't understand, why is it that you have me saying that I'm finger-licking good?
You don't like that slogan?
No, I hate that. I hate that slogan.
Well, you could be right on that one. The day we wrote those slogans, we were really hungry.
That's
we were
right.
famished.
Yeah.
But I'm totally sure of this next one. Take a look.
Ready?
Yeah. Wait a minute, that's me.
Yep.
That's me with a giant tongue coming out of my mouth.
Exactly. Now, you know how animals, right after giving birth, they nurture their babies by licking them? Okay, well, that's what this is saying about you. This is saying Vernon Pinsker is a nurturer.
I lick people?
Metaphorically, yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, look, I know you're creative people and that we can have differences of opinions on what the best message is, but I totally don't understand this one. Vernon Pinsker is not qualified for the job. Do not vote for him. What? This is
reverse psychology.
It's what?
See? Now, you take my word for this, Vernon. We saturate the universities, the colleges, where the young people live, and it is like the man telling them to vote against Vernon Pinsker. They're going to say, screw you, screw that, I am going to vote for Mr. Pinsker. See, you can't lose with that one. But we're spending too much time on print advertising because the real deal is radio and TV. We have got to blanket the airwaves in these last days of the campaign, and I want to play some of the radio spots for you, Vernon. Listen to this one.
Vernon Pinsker, friendly to Jews, but not a Jew.
That's anti-Semitic.
No, it's not anti, it's positive, it's friendly. We're positioning you as the friendly candidate,
right.
Okay? Now we have another one here for you. This one's aimed more at the baby boomers.
Yeah, that's right. See what we did here? We picked some oldies music, and when they hear the music, they're going to think about the good old days, and they're going to want to vote for their good old friend, Pinsker. Here you go.
I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you
Vernon Pinsker.
Whoa. I don't like either of those. Are you guys working for the other side? I mean, what is going on here?
Hold that thought. Wait until you see the television commercial. TV is really where the action is. Check this out.
Okay.
Vote Vernon Pinsker for Congress.
How can you associate my campaign with something like that?
Hey, we showed this to dozens of test groups, and believe me, they remembered it. It makes a huge impression.
Yes, and speaking of huge impressions, we're getting a lot of great word of mouth about the new taxi cab signs. Look at this. See, this is like a cab.
Yeah.
On the front, Vernon Pinsker is an ass. To our community.
Well, this is a joke, right?
Isn't that great? We got hundreds of these cruising all over town right now.
All right, look, I have to go. Now, for the last of the money went for the billboards, right?
The higher Pinsker billboards?
Right, hire Pinsker. Now, you didn't change that, did you?
Nope, short and sweet. Higher Pinsker.
Okay, good. Just keep it that way. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye, Mr. Pinsker.
Yeah.
Nice working for you,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Vote Jan Noodleman for Congress. Jan Noodleman will work to cut your taxes and causes herself untold emotional pain by her compulsion to date married men. Jan supports Social Security, and while alone in bed at night, she weeps at the thought of her barren womb. Jan Noodleman once slashed the tires of a pediatrician she was seeing, all the while screaming, "I hate you," until the police came. Paid for by the people to elect Jan Noodleman, Dr. John Harris, Chairman.
Good evening. This is the Late Report. Well, nearly 31,000 senior citizens in Washington State will lose their medical insurance because they're being dropped by health maintenance organizations. The HMOs are also reclaiming all the sets of dentures that they've issued, saying, "We never said the seniors could keep them forever." Carnival Cruise Lines is offering a special Ryan Anderson baseball cruise featuring the Mariners' 1997 first-round draft choice. Carnival also plans to offer a Bobby Ayala baseball cruise where everything goes great for 8 days, but on the 9th, Ayala sinks the boat. The crew of the anti-whaling protest ship, the Sea Shepherd, has been told by the Coast Guard to quit firing their cannon near the macaw's hunting canoe. The Coast Guard pointed out that besides scaring the macaws, the protesters had accidentally blown the crap out of 3 whales. We'll be back with more of the Late Report after this brief political announcement.
Vote Bill Ashton for Congress. Bill is working to better our community. And he's not afraid of tigers. Bill will work to lower your taxes, and he has fantasies about members of the band Los Lobos. Bill Ashton likes eggs, and he's not at all the kind of guy who gets uptight at the sight of 2 naked women kissing. Paid for by the people to elect Bill Ashton, 2 naked women, chairman.
Welcome back. Well, hat and boots may be turned into an espresso stand, although no one is certain at this point if the boots would be restored to restrooms as they were originally. Experts say the restoration would seem to make sense. For several years, local transients have been referring to the place as Pissin' Boots. Congress has agreed to begin paying for Senator Patty Murray's new federal program aimed at hiring 100,000 teachers during the next 5 years. Unfortunately, due to a clerical oversight, all 100,000 will be gym teachers. 41 million gallons of raw, untreated sewage were dumped into Puget Sound at the West Point treatment plant due to a power failure. When told of the dire situation, the plant supervisor said, "Well, that is a load of crap." Finally, the herb farm in Falls City held its annual Halloween dinner last night called the Boo Ha Ha. Tomorrow night, the hemp farm near Duval will hold its annual Halloween event called the Ha 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 Ha. Who has the nachos? This has been the Late Report. Stay with us because we're coming right back.
This is Plumber. Starring Rock Debris as J.T. Plumber and Arnold Clambeau as Billy Piper. Tonight's episode, Plunge into Fear.
This looks pretty bad, Plumber.
Plumber continues in a moment.
Cheese. It's good for you. Eat some today.
Now, back to Plumber.
This is worse than we thought. You better stay in the back room.
I better stay in the back room too, Plumber.
Wait a minute, wait! Look at you. I know what you're feeling
No,
right
you
now.
don't.
Yes, I do, Billy. Look, you can stay out here, and you can whine, and you can cry, and you can blubber like a baby.
Okay.
Or you can get in there and help me unclog that sink. What's it gonna be, Billy?
Look, can't I just stay out here for this one job?
Yeah, you can stay out here for this job. And then what's it gonna be next time, Billy Piper? Some leaky faucet? Or a broken washer? Or maybe some crumbling caulking around the tub? What's it gonna be, Billy? You wanna help me, you know where I'm at.
You got an extra plunger?
Yes.
All right.
She's draining now. She's draining now. Good work, Billy. Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Say, Plumber, you don't have to go so soon, do you?
We'll see you around, man. Let's go, Billy.
Hi, this is Jack Sanderson. Join me later tonight for Danger and Intrigue on Carl Jenkins' School Cook. Later tonight.
Well, That's just about all the time we have for this week's show. If you'd like to come down here and be part of our studio audience, our large studio audience, there's the number to call right there, 421-5555. And remember, this is the end of daylight savings time, so don't forget to turn your clocks back. Even the little one on the stove, all the things, you know, year 2000, they're all going to explode. So, but we got them for a little bit more. And happy Halloween, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.